That shit don't even fucking matter. Mm, uh, I mean, how about this, right? I'm playing this game called Question the Field. Give me 50 questions and 50 fields. And the way the game goes is basically, and the, yo, what's up, y'all? The way the game goes is, yo, what's good, Bernardo? The feel starts like, what do you feel about then question? And the question will probably be something personal like, uh, what do you feel about man? Nah. What do you think about manifestation? Hey, what's up, Richard? Asian, how y'all doing today? What's the word? What's the vibes? Do you speak English? Nah, I don't. I'm not too good at that language. So when it comes to English, it's like really hard for me. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying my best to learn it, but the thing with English is I find it hard to pronounce certain words, like serendipitous, meticulous. It's very hard for me to speak English. Very, very hard. Just to answer your question, Bernardo, very hard for me to speak English. You know what I mean? I came here when I was a very young boy. I came to America. I was actually born here. So, being that English is my native tongue, it's very hard for me to speak it. I just been having like a hard time. Hard time. Honestly. What about you? What about you, bro? I've had a fucking hard time speaking it. Swear to God. Swear to God. I'm from Italy. Oh, that's where motherfuckers do the mob movies, and that's where they get our clothing made. Uh, they get it made in China, and then they send it to Italy. Well, good for you, bro. Good that you're from Italy. That's dope. Is there a lot of mobsters out there, bro? Mobsters are cool, I guess. Oh wow, this shit has ads now. Get the fuck out of here, bro. But that's dope that you from Italy, bro. Manifestation. How old were you when you started doing live streams? I think I just started doing live streams at 31, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just turned 31. Italy here has a lot of ignorance and homophobia. I get that. As thus everywhere, bro. Weird, but that's how people are. And I started live streaming when I was like 31, bro. But in relevance to me being on TikTok, YouTube, being a content creator, I've been doing this for a long time. Yeah, and that's crazy. Italy is a lot of ignorance and homophobia. Damn, sad, but people feel how they feel. How can you be mad at them? It's like, what in regards to ignorance? What type of ignorance? Because you can say the same for many places. What the fuck is up, live? Chat. Much peace, much love. I hope y'all having a great fucking day. I'm in New York in this snowstorm bullshit. Hope you guys are enjoying your life, having fun, understanding yourself, loving yourself, appreciating yourself, understanding that whatever you want and need is right where you need to be. So, chop it up, talk, talk. Hope you guys are just having fun, for real. Because life is something to live. And death is an illusion. So, I really hope you guys are enjoying the shit out your life. I really do. I really do. Staying positive, ducking the negativity. What songs do you listen to? Well, I make music myself, so I do listen to my songs. Sometimes I'll occasionally listen to Fabio Foreign, Max B, French Montana, Biggie, and my girl got me into 90s R&B. Uh, yeah, and sometimes I like Baby Shark music too, because my son likes Baby Shark. So, yeah. Chat, what's the word? What's the word? Hope you are enjoying. For the newcomers, ask some questions, ask away. I'm here to answer. And tell me about yourself, man. How has life been treating you? Is life fun for you? What issues are you going through? Like, for example, I do a lot of self development when it comes to content creation. So, if you got any questions about how to be a better you, better person, whatever the fuck you want to talk about, how to get through negativity. But like I said, yeah, Max B, Fabio Foreign, Bobby Shmurda, who else? Is my son up? Nah, he's not. Bobby Shmurda, Lil Durk. I fuck with Lil Durk hard. Atif Al Lawad. Yo, what up, bro? Who else? Who else? King Von. I fuck with King Von hard. Uh, yeah. But which songs? What's the song? You never said what artist. Which songs? My most recent song I've listened to was Future. What the fuck you mean? Beautiful song on the Metro Boomin album he had when it was like him coming out talking about ideas behind not fucking with Drake, and he had Kendrick on that album too. Uh, yeah, that was a dope ass fucking album. I usually play GTA to that shit. Fuck. Me too. I feel like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is amazing. I fuck with Snoop Dogg, but of recently I haven't really been listening to much Snoop. Uh, I know they got this one song, "Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me." Vato, I can't believe what I saw. I saw these couple guys and they act well hard. What they do? I don't know if you ever heard that song. That song was dope. Uh, then he got Cali with Katy Perry. That was a dope song, I guess. Chat. What's the word? What's the word? Love, peace. Hope y'all enjoying y'all fucking day. Hope y'all being y'all best fucking selves. Tap in, ask away, ask questions. Just vibing as my son and my lady sleeps. And I'll be back in the room to, yeah, when they wake up type shit. So I said, let me do a little live stream real fast. Chop it up with y'all, see how y'all doing. Chat, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? But yeah, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is dope. I don't really listen to him much. I know he just recently bought Death Row. So that might have been a major milestone for him. Good for him. Uh, what songs do you guys listen to? What are you guys listening to? And who's your favorite artist or some shit? I don't know. Chat, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? How's life treating y'all? Hope y'all enjoying yourself. Get the new sweater. My demons don't need slaying. Head to my clothing line website. You can get it from there. Dope as shit. Definitely beautiful, beautiful armor for your beautiful fucking mind. Uh, what do you guys think about like stuff like manifestation? What do you think about ideas behind creating your reality, discipline? How do you guys move through negative thoughts? How does that work for you guys? Yeah, how does that work? Or do you guys just not have negative thoughts? How do you deal with today's world? How does things work out for you guys? Yeah. Staying alive, staying alive. Definitely got to get a new baby monitor. This shit is crap. Fucking crap. Fucking baby monitor is crap. It's like when it comes to technology, they want you to buy shit, and then after a while, it's like they kind of rig it in a way where it kind of fucks up. Now you have to buy it again. That's what it feels like with this baby monitor. It's so fucking retarded. Keeps blinking the fuck out. Chat, what's the word? What's the word? Uh, yeah. It's the vibe. I just wait till more people come in. Ask what y'all feel like. I'm just chilling. It's crazy how this shit got ads now. Every fucking app got ads. It's crazy. Play some Monopoly as y'all fill up the lobby or some shit. Uh, da, da, Chat, what's the word? What's the word? Mm, 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 mm. Matter of fact, I'll probably do some beats as y'all fill up the lobby. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I'll tell you something, right? The hardest thing about life sometimes is waiting on your manifestations to appear. That shit gets kind of tricky at times. One thing I've learned, I don't know if you guys know about Neville Goddard. One thing I've learned is that you have to really visualize what you want. And anytime you feel as though you're not close to it, you visualize it again. Because most times, anything that you're trying to get to, you're really looking forward to the feeling. So it's like, why not have that feeling now? It's like if you purchase or if you're going to purchase a car, and then you finally purchase that car, it's like all of a sudden now you don't give a fuck about that car. Or you don't care about the idea or the milestone behind you getting the car. So it's like, that's the hardest thing about life sometimes. Like, fuck. You got all these milestones and shit you want to be and things you want to do. And the way the human mind works, or just time itself, just takes a fucking minute. Like I've been running my clothing line for a while, and as it grows, I've sold clothing, I've sold shirts and things of that sort. You'll think about the ideas of what you have, like bills, issues, blah blah blah, and at times you'll have this feeling to be like, yo, damn, why isn't things happening at the pace that my problems are coming in at? So it'd be like, nah, you can't even do it from that space. One thing I've learned about discipline, right, is that when it comes to discipline, you have to kind of visualize. And visualization creates inspired action, right? And yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Waiting on this shit to happen, bruh. Be like, all right, cool. You just gotta vibe out. Gotta vibe out. Life ain't that bad. Why you gotta go and make things so complicated? It feels so. You know that song. I mean, hopefully you guys do. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes life can be very like complicated when it comes to that aspect. Uh, Chat, what's the word? What's the word? Hope y'all having a good time with y'all lives. Hope y'all building. Hope y'all taking y'all time to stay away from the motherfucking hate. If you got any hate in your life, please stay the fuck away from it. Please take some time to find yourself and don't focus too much on what people consider haters. Fuck them. A lot of people envy you. A lot of people may not like you. A lot of people think that you're something, or maybe family members think you should be this and you should be that. And you've had to wiggle your way out of situations from that space. Just letting you know, dismiss the bullshit. It is not worth your time. It is very draining. Uh, I recall me having, like when it comes to dealing with people, because I have kids, right? And certain family members that they'll love to tell me how to raise my son, raise my kid, and I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I do what I want. So that's what I tell you. Do what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people tell you how to do things, because honestly speaking, if people are gonna tell you how to do things, they're gonna say, "Hey, listen, well, don't do it this way. Do it like this." You make sure that you stand on all 10, and in a very conscious and polite way, you let those motherfuckers know, "Hey, listen, that's not how I do things." Or maybe just let what your whatever your spirit says, let it comes to you. Let it come to you. Yeah. Have you ever heard of cat's eye? Nah, I never heard of that. But whatever you say, let your spirit let it come to you, and allow yourself to kind of flow, because people are going to be challenging you and testing you for the dawn of time, and whether or not you feel like up to those challenges, they're gonna come. You know what I'm saying? If not, change your environment. Change your fucking environment. Change the motherfuckers you hang around. Change who you vibe with. Just change shit. Got a lot of changing to do. You feel me? A lot of people don't understand why they get the challenges they get. It's honestly because you're the person you are, and those challenges are fit for you. So that's just the way it be. Uh, yeah. Mm-mm. Have you ever heard of cat's eye? I don't know what cat's eye is, bro. I'll look it up. Mm-mm. Oh, you fuck boys. These motherfuckers. I forgot that I canceled this. What I will do is just go here and go. Give me. Give me 100 questions that will help me interact with my live stream. Let's do that. Uh, uh. Okay. Do I answer these myself and just allow them to come in when they do? Right. All right. What's one habit you're trying to leave behind in 2025? One habit I'm trying to leave behind in 2025. I'm trying to leave behind the idea of appeasing others. Uh, I don't like appeasing people. I feel like the more you try to appease is the more you kind of fall into a rabbit hole that has nothing to do with you. What I will say is this: appeasing people, when you're trying to appease them, you basically create this idea of somebody in your mind, and then you run with that. It's a waste of time. So less appeasing, more speaking up for myself. Yeah, that's one habit I definitely want to fucking That's what happened. I'm leaving in 2025. Yeah. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? Uh, if I could give my younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? I would tell my younger self, damn, I really don't have no fucking advice for my younger self. It's like when you live so present, I'm like, I'm okay with the choices that I've made since I was younger. But if I did have one thing I would say breathe more, meditate more, and visualize more. And slow the fuck down. That's what I'll say. What does being a part of the 1% mean to you personally? Being a part of the 1% to me means actually understanding how unique you are. The more you understand that how unique you are, you kind of make and create your own idea of living, and you start to attract your own version of people. So, what's the question? Being part of 1%. Yeah, personally, it means taking a step away from the matrix. The key to breaking the matrix, the actual key to breaking the matrix, is you understanding, hey, listen, I have to be who I am. The goal is always to be who you are. If you don't know how to be who you are, you tend to fall in line with the matrix. So that's why I really appreciate being a part of 1%. That's why I created my clothing line from that space. Uh, yeah, I like being unique. I don't really fuck with motherfuckers. I'm like an ambivert, if y'all know what that is. Who is the most influential, better soul in your life right now? Uh, I would say my son. My son and my lady. Very influential. My lady is currently carrying and goes through so many moments where it seems hard, it seems difficult, and she still goes through it, even while taking care of my son until I get back. So, yeah, and my son is just awesome. He's fucking one, and he's 1 years old, and he's dope as shit. You know, I feel like he's learning life so from a very genuine and innocent place to the point where I kind of really feel I'm very proud of him, and I'm very honored to be his dad. So, yeah, those are the two most influential, better soul better souls in my life right now. Okay, what was your biggest ego check this week? What was my biggest ego check? My biggest ego check. I was at work. I was conversing, and my lady. I had told my lady I was gonna give her a call, and I did not give her a call because I was so fucking busy talking. Because a friend of mine, me and him have the same. Him and his daughter and my son was born on the same day. So we're very close. We're very cool. We was even cool before that. So wait, hold on. Yeah, we was very cool before that. So by the time I end up giving her a call, it was so fucking late, and she was like, "Yo, you were supposed to fucking call me." Blah blah blah, and I'm all like, sorry, things like that, etc. And then she told me she understood me, and then I end up calling her, and she was on her bullshit a little bit, and I was all like, "Well, you could have called me." Then I had thought to myself, yo, sometimes it's not about making points, especially when it comes to love or when it comes to life. It's kind of about just chilling, understanding what creates peace, and not really focusing too much on points. So I kind of just fell back, checked myself, and yeah. I checked myself and fell back. Even in relevance to her uncle. So I get to the car, right? Let's just say, for example, her uncle's cool as shit, but he has his own ways of doing things, right? So I go over there for dinner, and I get inside the car. First off, her uncle's like, "Well, make sure when I get there, y'all ready." Me, I don't move on nobody time. Not to say that I'm gonna purposely try to hold him up, but I'm just saying I don't move on nobody time. I move when I move. Plus, I got a pregnant lady and I got a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. That already kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but it's cool, right? You gotta check yourself, right? So I get in the car, then I'm coming out the car, right? Here's the part. I usually take the stroller into his crib, like, go and take the stroller, right? So I go, well, okay, let's get the stroller. So my girl goes over to the window, and bro goes, nah, you don't need that. And in my mind, I'm at the trunk. Like, why the fuck wouldn't we need the stroller? Like, it's much more easier to carry, my son in the stroller. And my girl, she was going through her own motions, and I was like, I'm gonna just chill. We end up going inside. But here's the idea of my ego check. My goal is never to try to act like something I'm not. I love checking people, and depending on how I feel, they'll either get checked with my silence, or just my flow, or I'll check them in real time. I didn't feel like that moment was for that, so I just was myself. I didn't bother to check anything. And then that led me to deeper understandings of myself. Her uncle, all right, look, when it comes to who I am, right, I'm not hyper masculine. So I don't go back and forth with dudes. I don't do that. That's not my thing. It's either I'm straight to the point with you, or I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. That's it. It's either, hey, listen, blah blah blah, or I'm gonna be candid with you. I'm gonna be candid as fuck. A lot of times, yo, what's good, chat? A lot of times when people speak to me, I understand that depending on if you're talking about me, that's your assumption of me. So I'll respond based on how I feel. Like, I remember her uncle was like, hey, don't feed him like that. And I'm gonna feed him how I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Because I do what's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Uh, not to say that I'm trying to be a megalomaniac or anything. It's just the idea that you have to do what's comfortable for you, and you don't have to be mean when you do that. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be passive aggressive. It doesn't have to be mean. So I realized that her uncle's like in a dominance loop. Like, he likes the idea of control. And me, I don't give a fuck about control, because the way I stay in control is by not being in it. So I study certain things, have conversations with my guys, and we've come to the understanding like, hey, listen, it gets kind of boring constantly checking motherfuckers. Yo, what's good, Sebastian? Love, 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 love. It gets kind of boring checking motherfuckers about shit that they should probably understand. Not to say that I'm better or bigger than anybody. It's just the idea that it's like, all right, look, my son is 1 years old. I don't have time to continuously check grown men. That's boring to me. I'd rather have a conversation with you from a space where you're trying to grow, I'm trying to grow. So it's like we're both growing. We're not trying to test each other. You understand what I'm saying? Constantly challenge, because there is no challenge. The best way to win is to not try. You understand what I'm saying? The shirt is coming soon, bro, dog. Yo, I feel you. I ain't gonna front, bro. That shirt is I actually took that off the site. I only have this up there right now because I'm starting over the collection. So I keep you posted. I'm working with a different manufacturer. So I keep you posted, bro. I keep you posted. But I just recently cleared the website. I only have demons. My demons don't need slaying on the website. $69.99. Dope ass price. Dope ass quality. Dope ass sweater as shit. Anytime I wear this sweater, I feel a lot more amazing than I would normally if I just wore like something regular. Dope ass shit. But yeah, bro, yeah, that's the last time I had to check my ego. So even when it comes to checking people, I'm not passive aggressive. And if I am, I have no problem correcting myself. What's the next question? How do you protect your peace when things get chaotic? Love, bro. Yeah. Appreciate you, Sebastian. How do you protect your peace when things get chaotic? How do I fucking protect my peace? Yo, honestly speaking, deep breaths. It depends on the circumstance. It depends on the situation. Uh, it really depends. But a lot of deep breaths. A lot of, yo, appreciate you, Sebastian. A lot of, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't care much about chaos. The best way to handle chaos is not to be chaotic. It's to kind of listen. True focus lies between rage and serenity. That's by Professor Xavier, right? You have to stay in the middle. So the goal is never to be too rageful or too serene. You have to stay in the middle. That's true focus, right? So my best way to approach it is it depends on the circumstance or the situation. Uh yeah, honestly. Let's just say I remember one time, right? A guy tried to stab me. He pulled out a knife on me, right? Because at this point I'm in a smoke shop. I'm selling my rolling papers. I used to sell rolling papers at one point. Kind of stopped for a bit. But the guy pulls out a knife, right? I'm in the smoke shop. I'm chilling, marketing my brand. He comes in, think he was drinking, pulls out a knife, wheels it, right? And I look at bro and I'm like, yo, what is this? But as he pulls out the knife and I'm talking to him, I start moving forward. See, the place where I grew up at, like I said, that's why I said it's circumstantial. Circumstantial, right? I don't just move with an ego. I move with my spirit, and I have a lot of emotional intelligence and situational awareness. So I was able to, I was talking to him. He started wielding and shit like this was Warriors or something, and it ended with a hug, man. Because sometimes everybody not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just inched forward, said peace and love, got close, and then we chopped it up. We gave each other a hug. I got to meet his son, shit like that. You know what I mean? Cool guy, cool fucking guy, man. I think I ended up seeing the guy later on. I don't even think he remembered it was me, but that's how that ended, with a fucking hug. And this was the day before Father's Day. He was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? But the idea is when I approach situations, hey, love, Roland. When I approach situations, Sebastian, you funny. When I approach situations, I don't approach them with this hyper masculinity or like I know everything. You feel me? That's why most of my situations don't really end with a like I've never had to fight anybody. Never had to fight anybody in my life. You know what I'm saying? I just never had to. It always we always had a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Okay, next question. What is a book that actually changed the way you think? Fuck. The Ways of a Superior Man. That was a good ass fucking book. That shit changed the way I think wholeheartedly. Uh, yeah. I got a question for you. I'm not good in these situations. What should you do when you're hecka pissed off and somebody else gets you more mad? What should you do? Uh, Good question. I think the best you can do is notice yourself because can't nobody make you mad. You understand? Your path to anger is made by you. So at this point, you have to kind of just be aware and realize, hey, this person is trying to do that to me. and I don't feel like draining my energy, especially with when somebody's trying to get you upset. All right, look, if you have a remote control, right, and you put the batteries in the same way, they'll never work. One has to be the other direction, the other one has to be the other direction. So if somebody gets you mad, your goal is not to be mad, then it won't work. You get what I'm saying? You both can't be mad. It's very draining, right? So the idea behind that is you take a deep breath, depending on where you're at in your phase of life. Take a deep breath, and maybe silence might be the answer. That's one. Or maybe you're past the silence phase and you're able to say, hey, listen, that makes me upset. And the fact that you're trying to provoke me, that makes me even more upset. But it's cool. I think when you approach it from that way, you will end up not being around this person. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard that saying, like when you're in high school, the same friends that you had in high school you don't have in college? It's kind of the same idea, and the idea behind college is figurative. It's like you're shredding layers. You start to shred them because it's like if somebody is trying to get me upset, and then you see me upset, you're trying to get me even more mad. Yo, love Sebastian, you don't have any emotional intelligence, and you don't give a fuck about me. The goal is to go crazy, get me upset because you're upset. And that's people we don't really fuck with. So at that point, you go through the situation, and if you go through it from a genuine space, you start to shed those layers. You start to cut those people off naturally. I call it taking the ice out the freezer, because when you take the ice out the freezer, you don't force it to melt, it melts itself. You know what I'm saying? Yo, good fucking question, Sebastian. Uh, but yeah, that's the book that helped me. The Ways of a Superior Man was a beautiful fucking book. It taught me a lot about my lady. It taught me about myself. Uh, it taught me some good shit. I remember when I had read the book, I actually went to the hood, like I'm not going like the trap, and I was trying to introduce motherfuckers to the book, and they were just passing me blunts. I couldn't dig that, so I kind of stopped coming around. I realized that my idea of intelligence, and not to put nobody down, I just realized that I kind of had moved past a lot of the shit I was hanging out with. That's what I'll say. So when I came with this type of knowledge, it's like we don't see eye to eye. You rather pass me something I'm not really interested in at the moment. And then again, I couldn't only be focused on the idea or the expectation of them to be into what I'm into. Nah, they're at their phase in life. And this is kind of what I was talking about with you, Sebastian. I realized, oh shit, they're not where I'm at. So I just had to, I kind of just naturally pulled back automatically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that was a good book. Uh, what's one thing you're grateful for the money that, what's one thing you're grateful for that money cannot buy? Ah, love, peace, a peace of fucking mind, and also my soul. Money can't buy my soul. I'm really on my mind. I'm really a genuine motherfucker. A genuine motherfucker that's willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? And I've mastered mastery, and mastery is not putting is putting higher over lower. I've really mastered it. Family and the Lord and love. I feel that, Sebastian. For real. For real. Definitely family. Definitely family. Uh Ola, love you. Okay. But definitely family, bro. Definitely family. I have a very, very special family, and I'm not just being like I'm trying to be modest about it. My family's so fucking amazing. My love for myself is very fucking amazing. That's how I attracted the family I have. And it's to the point where I can kind of look at that shit and it can get me through ideas of what humans consider money situations. Because money ain't shit. You feel me? It's just a tool to help us. And the more you understand the things that have nothing to do with money, is the more you attract the money energy. because money is an energy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, good one, Sebastian. Fuck yeah. Uh, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How do you handle a day when you feel like you're failing? Ouch. How do I handle a day when I feel like I'm failing? Yo, honestly speaking, and this is what I was kind of talking about when it comes to mastery. Mastery is putting higher over lower. I do a lot of fucking conversation with self. I really fucking do. I speak to myself a lot. And sometimes I sit in silence. Sometimes I breathe through things. But on a day that I feel like I'm failing, I like to remind myself of the times I haven't. Uh, Claudio Narocco. I don't know what the fuck that means. You got to speak my native tongue, English. So, or get like translate, bro. I don't know. But yeah, man. When I feel like I'm failing, I do some reminiscing on times I haven't, and I also do some point checking in relevance to why do I feel that way. Because you know what it is. I don't know if you ever heard of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoics. You like Fontina do. I don't know what that means, bro. But Marcus Aurelius said, okay, hey, what's up? So, okay. So, when it comes to thoughts, you can't change thoughts, but you can change feelings. So, I really focus on feeling. So, let's just say, for example, like where I live at right now, I'm on the way out. And it's like 47 degrees in here, honestly speaking, right? When I mean 47 degrees, like the window is frozen, right? Every time I walk out here, what I do is this. First, I hang my sweater up so I can see my sweater, right? And as I go get my son some milk and shit like that, or I come out here to cook, I envision the house I'm gonna be in. I envision my success. I envision aspects of just unlimited success and a higher version of myself, and then immediately I'm able to make it through what the fuck is going on, man. Because honestly speaking, it be fucking cold in here like a motherfucker, but you can always fucking make it through. You can always. Big ass storm. Yeah, they did have a big ass storm recently, bro. It's cold as shit. It's actually happening now. Feel me? But you know what? It's cool, bro. I feel like, honestly speaking, I've learned to understand visualization. So that's how I fucking deal with a day where it feels like I'm failing. I visualize the aspects of, because sometimes I don't post content the way I'm supposed to post. It's all these standards that you have for yourself that you kind of put your idea of failure, and then you compare it to that, and then comparison is a thief of joy. So it'd be like, ah. But I handle it with visualization. Which color palette represents growth to you? Green. Green. If we did a limited drop, would you prefer hoodies or heavyweight tees? Uh, I think both. I think both. Yeah. Let me see. What's the first thing you want people to think when they see your outfit? Hey, yo, Sebastian, I said the same shit. Green is a very growing color. The first thing I want people to think when they see my outfit, I actually don't give a fuck what people think about my outfit, but my outfit is a reminder. Like this sweater I'm wearing is a reminder for you to be better, for you to understand that you don't need to slay your demons. You actually need to give them guidance. Like, don't skip the shadow work. So that's what I would like my outfit to give off. Like, don't skip the shadow work because it's aura first. It's not really about the outfit. It's really aura. Um, does anyone here already own a piece? How does it make you feel when you wear it? Uh, what quote? What's a quote that I have to put on a shirt? Uh, Slaves hate freedom. Always wear what you want to wear. Don't let other people's thoughts change you. Right. Definitely, bro. I feel like dressing, like very, very key point. Yeah, it's a good sweatshirt. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. Uh, yeah, aura is everything when it comes to outfits and shit like that, etc. And the quote that I would love to put on a shirt is "Slaves hate freedom," because slaves do hate freedom. What is the biggest barrier stopping you from clicking that link in the bio? We can skip all that. Y'all click it if y'all feel like it. If our brand was a song, what would the vibe be? What would it be? I said like ASAP or some shit. All right, rapid icebreakers. Coffee, tea, or just pure discipline? Mm, damn, coffee, coffee and some discipline. Early bird or night owl? And y'all can answer if y'all feel like it. I'm a night owl. What is the last song you listened to? Future. What the fuck you mean? Rate your day from 1 to 10. 5. No, not even a 5. It was actually a 9. Taking care of my son and shit. Where is everyone watching from? Where are you guys watching from? Don't drink any pure dis. Don't drink any pure discipline for me. I fucks with that. I fucks with that. And you're a night owl, yo, bro. Same here. Same here. Dead ass. Nice 6. Yeah, I feel like my shit was like a 8 or a 9. Got you right now. Got you right now. What's your pump up song for when you need to get work done? Uh, fuck. Yo, what the fuck you mean by future? That's really my shit. Or I put on my music. What about y'all? California, chilling on my bed, about to take a shower. Got you, got you, got you. Best movie you've seen lately? Gone Girl. Gone Girl was a really fucking good movie. Great fucking movie. Fuck. iPhone or Android? Android. How y'all feel? Christian rap probably. Oh wow, really? What Christian rap, bro? What kind of Christian rap? Let me turn this up. Make sure it's good. I never got into stuff like that. Christian rap. But once one not gonna lie, I just watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and that was a movie. You know what? I have to watch that. I've heard about that movie. And I'll check out that rapper. I have to watch that Spider-Verse shit. Yeah, I do. I heard the game was dope. My boy played the game. I think there's a game for it. I'm not too sure. But I think. All right. What's one app you can't live without? Mm, wow. I really don't need an app to live. I don't know. I don't know. If you won the lottery tomorrow, what's the second thing you'd buy? Mm, I get that. That's probably an app I couldn't live without either. Messages. I get that. I get that. Uh, if you won the lottery tomorrow, what's the second thing you'd buy? The second thing I would buy, probably a house. Yeah, probably a fucking house, man. Mm, what is your top one goal for this month? Sell a lot of fucking clothing. Move out this cold ass fucking crib. I said top one. Be my best version of me. That's my top one. Do you use a digital planner or old school paper? Give some to my parents. Right. I get that. I get that. My mom, I don't know. I don't know about giving some to my mom. I got to see. I got to see. She's cool. She's cool. But when I get a chance, because remember, I got to flip the money to get more money. I can't just like be giving out money. Then before you know it, I ain't got no fucking money. But yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Uh, do you use digital planner or old school paper? I actually use old school paper. I never liked the planner shit. Sometimes I did. No, no, no. I use planner. I mean, I use old school paper. Makes it easier for me. How many hours of sleep did you get last night? Three, two. I got a kid, so. Uh, what's your biggest distraction right now? I don't know. I don't know. Do you believe in hustle culture or alignment? Uh, damn. 10 hours of sleep is dope, bro. Fuck. Do I believe in hustle culture or alignment? I believe in alignment. I think I'm stuck between the two, trying to be better. I believe in alignment. The more you kind of align your visualizations with, yo, what's up, Austin? Peace, love, bro. I believe in. I have kids. I'm excited, but I know I'm getting no sleep. Right, of course, bro. I know the vibes. It's a good cause, bro. So I already know what's up. Bro gonna sleep when he want to. Like in the field, he probably sleep for like 2 hours. He's been asleep for like a hour and change now. He'll wake up in the field and I'm back at it. Don't really fucking matter. Uh, do you believe in hustle culture or alignment? I really fuck with alignment hard. I grew up on hustle culture. Hustle culture, ugh, I fucking hate it. Nothing much, Austin. Just chilling, bro. I'm doing some questions, talking it up with Sebastian and the whole chat and shit. Just chopping it. But yeah, I believe in alignment. I'm starting to understand that more because I grew up on hustle culture. I grew up on that shit. I really did. And my mom was a fucking hustler. And all she did was fucking sleep, 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 sleep. My mom just did a lot of fucking sleeping. Great mom, by the way. Definitely provided. But one thing I've realized in relevance to having a child is it has to be a little bit more than just providing. It has to be a little different. I gotta go take a shower. You can end stream if you have to go while I'm gone, but I'm gonna try to hurry up and hop back on the stream. All right, cool, Sebastian. Love, man. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Wash away your soul's negative energy. Have fun. Enjoy. Love. And I'm here, bro. But yeah, alignment for me because I think alignment comes in divine timing. Uh, being a father is being strong support mentally and physically. Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, for sure, for sure. Uh, I get that. I get that. Uh, but yeah, yo, appreciate you, Sebastian. Uh, yeah. So I'm kind of off the hustle culture, more about alignment. But yeah, you're definitely right, Austin. What's one skill you want to master this year? Oh, focusing on visualization and alignment, honestly speaking. Visualization and alignment, and I'm getting better at that shit. I'm really getting better at it. High key, really getting better at it. So, how do you? Oh, another skill is just marketing my brand and shit like that. But I think that comes with envision and shit too. So hey, how do you reset after a burnout? A lot of future, a lot of my music, a lot of breathing, a lot of silence, a lot of family. Eating some good food, making some good food, watching some good shows. Like I decided to recently rewatch Lovecraft. That's a good ass show. Where executive director Jordan Peele and one of the main characters is Jonathan Majors. Yeah, dope ass show. So Or I watch some Jujutsu Kaisen or some shit like that, or play some Monopoly. Uh, what's your favorite way to exercise your mind? Breathing, playing pool, and playing Monopoly, and talking to you guys. Y'all motherfuckers are cool as shit. Do you prefer working in silence or with background noise? Depends on the vibe. You live on Twitch? Nah, bro. You know what's crazy? I wouldn't mind going live on Twitch. I have to see how that works. I've just been going live on YouTube, honestly. What's the difference with Twitch, bro? Like, is Twitch like more people, more like what's the difference? What's a win you had today, no matter how small? A small win. Okay, I'm gonna check into it because I do have this app where I can stream on all platforms at once. So I'm gonna work on getting that app set up, even if I gotta pay some bread on it. But as I finalize my life a little bit more, I think it will just come naturally, the alignment. Uh, One of my wins today was just working through my frustration and relevance to being tired. And how cold it is in this fucking crib. Soon moving out, and this fucking storm. Had to pre-pack, pre-buy some food last night. So just coming out into this coldness, constantly realigning my mind, visualizing my highest version of self in relevance to the big home I'm gonna have and the apartment I'm gonna live in. Taking that in as I walk through the fucking Antarctica in here. Uh, there's a 1 to 3 feet where I'm at. Oh wow, that's not bad. Damn, is that bad? That's a lot. I was never good at math. Hated it. Well, 1 to 3 feet. Is that more than 27 inches? I don't fucking know. That sounds crazy. How are you holding up with that? Hypotheticals and deep dives. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who is it? Uh, any historical figure, who would it be? I don't fuck with these motherfuckers. Any historical figure. Probably Marcus Aurelius or Socrates. If you had to redo the last 5 years, would you change anything? Mm, not really. What do you want to be remembered for? I could care less. I know my kids fuck with me. Everybody fuck with me. I fuck with myself. So, uh, that I made you think of you when you thought of me. Yeah. What else? What else? If you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go? Good fucking question. I would teleport to the fucking future, see what life was like in real time, and then come back. That'd be dope as shit. Uh, what? I personally got what I want here. I get that. I get that. What's a truth you believe that most people disagree with? Mm, I don't fucking know. If you could only say one word for the rest of the day, what would it be? Facts. What's the bravest thing you've ever done? Uh, have kids. What does freedom look like to you? Constantly evolving. Yeah. If you were a mentor to 1,000 people, what's the first lesson you teach? Breathe. Yeah, breathe and practice a lot of silence. What is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Uh, my son, when he was first born. Like I remember, like, cause my girl had a C-section, so I wasn't able to be there. But I remember when they was wheeling him out. That shit was dope as fuck. And you said your mom. Which question is that for, bro? Uh oh, I get that. The most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Okay, that's loving. That's loving. But yeah, my son, bro. I remember when they brought him out and he was all crying and shit. So fucking cool. I recorded that shit. Ah, fuck yeah, bro. The weight rule. After asking, get the chat at least here's the type. Here below sign. Hold on, name. Say someone said they like the rest. Say they different. If you pass on questions, it's the weight rule. Do your question. Give the chat at least 20 seconds to type. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, what's good, chat? What's the vibe, man? Hold on. Fuck. About to get off this in a few. Gonna make some food for my lady and my son type shit. Yo, Austin, what's good, man? How's life on your side, bro? What's the vibe? How's things been? I know it's been a while, bro. The most beautiful thing I've seen with dad. Oh, okay. Okay. See if I get some more questions. Mm, 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 mm. Da, 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 da. Sure. Ah, come on. Fuck that. Give me more questions. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, shit. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Uh, so chilly in here. Very chilly in here. Know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go cook and then do another stream later. Uh, yo, Austin, love, appreciate y'all. My friend once got mixed. What? My friend once got mixed. The whole neighborhood. What does that mean? What do you mean? My friend once got hotboxed. Yeah, like help me understand that, bro. My friend, my friend once got hotboxed. Yeah, like help me understand that. Nah, it's okay, bro. That happens sometimes. I wouldn't use it. They got you. You would have to pay for it and shit. I wouldn't use it. I swear I wouldn't use it. Fuck that. Uh, yeah. My friend once got, but you'll put the pieces together for me, and I'll see it. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna get off this in a while. Go start making some food. My friend once hotboxed the whole neighborhood. How does that work? How do you do that? Tell me about that. How does that work? I would definitely love to hear. How do you hotbox the whole neighborhood? Because I know in my terms, a hotbox is like you're inside a car or enclosed area and you're just smoking a lot of weed and the smoke is like hotboxed. I don't know. Mm, what? How? Jewish man exposes how easy it is to get many credit cards. Oh. He was hitting 5 vapes at once for about an hour. Damn. Fuck. So what? Damn. And the whole neighborhood got a whiff of that. And when you say vapes, was there weed inside the vape, or was it like those things they have? Wow, never knew that. The first cry of a newborn baby is called the vagitus. But yo, that's crazy. Tell me more, bro. Yeah, I knew about petrichor. Yeah, weed ones. If you look like. Oh, got you, got you, got you, got you. The pros on the 4 times. The day after tomorrow is overmorrow. Oh wow, that's funny. But that sounds dope, bro. And names. Yeah, I'm about to hop off this though, Austin. Yo, love, bro. I'll probably go live again tomorrow. I might be in. I might be snowed in. I don't fucking know. Uh, but yeah, I'd probably schedule a live, bro, and definitely stop in. Always good to hear from you, Austin. Much love, Sebastian. Much love, chat. Y'all fucking vibey as shit. And I'm gonna look into Twitch and see what's up with that. Yeah. Yeah, bro. No school, but I might have to work. I don't fucking know how this is gonna work. So, you know, gotta pay the bills. But yo, love, bro. Appreciate you. Much love. And be safe in that storm, man. Yeah. Love, bro.